Jeremy Clarkson has opened up on some catastrophic issues that the weather is causing for himself and his fellow farmers, as the former Top Gear presenter revealed some of the pipes at his diddly squat farm estate are struggling to cope with the excess rainwater. Jeremy Clarkson, 60, has spoken out on the struggles he is enduring due to storms causing floodwater from his farm. The former Top Gear presenter, who works on his diddly squat farm estate, located near Chadlington in West Oxfordshire, said that although record-breaking rainfall is irritating for most people, it is catastrophic for farmers. Jeremy explained that he is seeing the impacts of extreme weather on his land, as water is leaking from literally every pore. Addressing the financial problems this issue can pose for farmers, the Grand Tour host pointed out, to make matters worse, our esteemed leaders have decided to design floodwater defenses so that farms are sacrificed to protect the three-piece suites of people in towns and cities. And are farmers compensated for this? Ha, you're having a laugh. Sharing the proposed solution, Jeremy added, I've been told that to help I should dam the streams on my hilltop farm because water held in ponds here is not able to enter the houses of people who live downstream. And being a good citizen, I've spent the past year doing just that. However, Jeremy explained that he has faced several problems trying to dam his streams. He recalled that it took him 6 attempts to block the flow of just one stream, which took a lot of equipment to achieve. Further detailing the effects the increased rainwater is having on his farm, Jeremy said, I see the effect already on my farm. I recently built a small barn. It's maybe 40 feet long by 80 feet across, and outside it is a newly concreted yard. It all looks very smart, but in January more than 3,000 gallons of water that should have seeped through the brashy soil shot through the drainage system and straight into my streams. I did a flow test the other day and couldn't quite believe the findings. In the summer about 2 million liters of water were flowing down one stream each day. Last week it was handling 5 times that amount. Jeremy went on to reveal that his trouts recently escaped from his pond as the outlet pipe simply can't cope with the rising water levels. He continued in his column for the Sunday Times, ordinarily there are about 15 little springs on the farm. Now there's one big one. Water is leaking from literally every pore. And the effect on my new big pond has been dramatic because the 4 inches outlet pipe simply can't cope. Water levels consequently rose until the banks were breached, and that meant my trouts escaped. So if you're reading this in Oxford and one of them swims into your living room next week, can I have it back? The car enthusiast quipped. Jeremy went on to suggest that building more reservoirs could potentially help farmers and landowners like himself in these desperate times. It comes after the Star shared his concerns about a BBC weather report forecasting extreme heat towards the end of last month. However, he then realized the weather wouldn't be as extreme as suggested by the broadcaster, but that it would be unseasonably warm for February. Speaking out on his initial worries, Jeremy said, the BBC's early evening weather bulletin on Wednesday showed a menacing, blood-red cloud over the whole of Europe, along with a caption saying, extreme heat. Naturally, I was alarmed by this and put down my phone for a moment so I could get a handle on what disaster movie terrors were coming our way. It turned out that, over the next few days, we could expect to see clear skies and temperatures of around 12 degrees, which didn't sound very extreme to me. I'd call it lovely weather for the time of year, the former BBC presenter then jibed in his column for The Sun. But I guess that wouldn't sit well in the BBC plan to mention climate change in every single show.